It's a heck of a
Head coach Chmiel, as well as student athletes Amy Velasco and Olivia. We'll start out with an opening statement by Coach. Then after that, we'll go to questions for the student athletes, and that will dismiss the student athletes and turn back to Coach for questions.
Yep.
And before you ask a question, say your name and what hour. Coach, whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Gonna try and keep it together, right? Hats off to Buffalo. Had our number 3 times this year. Thought the games were pretty competitive. Thought we had a pretty good idea of how we were going to play today, and defensively they got a little bit hot at the end and threw in some threes that kind of rattled us a little bit, and then our execution down the stretch wasn't perfect. I do want to say this though. Breathe. I love my team. They are great people who gave their all the entire season. Odds were stacked against us with sometimes we had, not sometimes, all the time, we had more people in street clothes than we did on the bench. Playing 30 plus minutes per game and given every ounce of energy and effort they had. Just phenomenal. That's about all I got right now.
Obviously, to respond after a tough start in the game, even the third quarter to respond from that. I mean, like you guys have done all year, you guys have found a way to really bounce back. How are you guys able to do that? When you fell behind 13 right away, I think by third quarter there, and then able to take the lead there.
Yeah, one thing about this team is we have fight, and we're never going to give up. We're going to give it our all, play as hard as we can for every possession.
Late in the game, obviously just a couple tough turnovers there. Just kind of how tough was that? They made a couple good plays, and obviously a chance.
Yeah, turnovers are part of the game, but we got to be able to respond quick and kind of get our rhythm back.
Rebounding was enormous tonight, especially offensive rebound in that first half to keep the guys in it. Was that a focus going in is really crash the boards, because obviously between you and Sophie, a lot of offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. I think every game we really focus on getting to the glass, trying to get those O boards and kick them back out to our shooters, and we just were able to get on the glass tonight.
Steve, I don't want to too well. I know this, Jordy played a lot. How would you kind of describe the culture of prep?
Yeah, I loved getting to play for Coach Red. He will push you to your limits, but in a good way. He cares. He wants to get the most out of you, but then he'll also have your back and support you in the ways that he can. And he just sees so much potential in each individual in our team, and he knows where we can be, and he wants us to be there. And so that's been something that's super special, is having him just be able to see where I can be, and him trying to push me to be the best athlete that I could be. I've really respected him, and getting to be coached by him has been hard, but it's been a joy. So thanks, Coach.
Same question to you. I know you saw. Yeah. Just, first year under Fred, for you, what was it like being with him?
Yeah, like Liv said, he's one of a kind. He's really pushed us to our limits, but in the best way possible. He also always has our back, and he's helping us to be the very best that we can be every single day. And he always sees the potential in us, and that's something I really respect from him.
Yeah. What was it like when you had to at least play 5 players down most of the season? Just having to fight through that, sometimes 8 or 9 girls dressing.
Yeah, we definitely had some adversity this year, but like I said earlier, something about this team is that we're always going to give it our all and we're always going to fight, no matter the circumstances. Thank you.
That is. It's very competitive across the board. No days off. At any given time, the team at the bottom of the conference can beat the team at the top of the conference. You got some good coaches that, maximize potential, variety of styles. It was fun to be a part of. Um, yeah, I think the MAC, I've always enjoyed watching the MAC because they're always competitive with whoever they play outside of the conference. So it was uh, it was good to be here, and you know, I just wish we would have done a little bit better, but it was an experience.
You think you've learned from this?
Yeah, well, first of all, we'd like depth because, it's a long, grueling season. Those Wednesday, Saturday turnarounds are hard, especially with, 8 players. Um, and we're not, overpowering. We have some slight build, biggest hearts on the court, but slight of build and that wear and tear that it takes on a player like Amy or even a post player like Olivia, day after day in this conference, is grueling. So we need depth. We need people that can contribute uh, at a competitive level, and we'll coach them up, and we'll represent BG the way they should be represented.
Parkins, BCS, going to the first quarter, how much was that classic example of playing a first game in a facility at an oddball hour? How much it was a Buffalo just taking things away from you guys offensively?
Yeah, I think it's always an experience to play in that early game. You're not typically used to it. You may do that once or twice during the season, so that's a little bit odd. But I don't think that's not an excuse. We just, I will say, a different environment, a beautiful arena. I mean, the MAC did a great job of putting us in an arena that's just, I mean, it's top notch. But shooting in an arena like this, the vastness of the backdrop, we're a shooting team. So maybe it threw, I don't know. Didn't hit shots early. Probably didn't hit shots late either, but getting off to that kind of start, and then them getting downhill on us a little bit, and getting us in foul trouble, and just kind of compounded. But I still, again, like, our kids they're amazing for their effort.
Can you just talk about how, Sophie Zekan comes off the bench and has to play huge minutes and so many offensive rebounds, really kept you in it that first half. Just kind of overall with the rebounding, especially, Sophie and Olivia, just kind of how critical is that? Just kind of keeping you in that game there in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, that type of stuff happens all season for us, for our team. Our team is special that way. We have these gaps on our team of whether somebody's scoring the ball from the perimeter, or taking over in the post, or dominating defensively. We always have those gaps, but somebody always steps in and fills those gaps. And Sophie and Olivia did a incredible job rebounding the basketball and kept us around for much of the game. So, their competitiveness, again, there's no quit in either one of them, and in any of our team. And Soph she's been that phone a friend all year. Like, anytime you need her, she comes off the bench, and she'll give you what she's got. Thank you all for your coverage. We appreciate you. look out for us next year.